For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
Social Swift family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel, and in today's video I will be going over the best budget beast at every position in Madden 20. I'm going to be giving you guys an option for under 35k that you can pick up if you have a low overall team or are just looking to make some upgrades on a budget. All of these players will be great for you to add to your team. Now, before we hop into the video, thank you guys for the support on the first video today. That is why I am releasing this one. So be sure to drop a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I've got some really exciting video ideas planned for 50,000 subscribers, as well as one giveaway, which you guys will definitely not want to miss. So hit that sub button down below. Shout out to Notification Squad as well. You guys have been really showing tons of support on the videos. I'm gonna want to thank you guys for that. Drop a Noti Gang comment if you are in Notification Squad, and if you're not, change that by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. So without further ado, let's hop into this, and let's start it off by going over the offensive side of the ball. I'm actually not going over defensive line or offensive line in this video because I did a separate video about each of those. If you want to look that up, just go to the YouTube search bar and be like D-line tips Swift Madden, and you should be able to find that. And the exact same thing is for the offensive line. I give you guys a bunch of options for budget players in there. So this is just going to be quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end on offense. And then I'm going over free safety, strong safety, corner, middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, and left outside linebacker. So if you're looking to upgrade at any of those positions, you can skip to that point in the video and take a look at who I put down as my budget player. So the first player in today's video is going to be 92 overall, Andrew Luck at the quarterback position. He's currently sitting at 40,000 coins, so just a tiny bit out of the price range I had mentioned earlier, but this guy is an absolute beast. If you remember earlier in the year, everyone was playing with Andrew Luck. The reason for that is he's going to get Escape Artist and a Dashing Deadeye. So as you can see, he's basically sitting at 90s across the board on all the throwing stats, which is just perfect. His throw power is good as well, and 82 speed is just enough to get you that Escape Artist quarterback, which is so valuable in the game right now. So 92 overall Andrew Luck is my quarterback when it comes to the budget beast. He's sitting at 40,000 coins, which is a little bit expensive, but it's still a really good deal, and he'll be an absolute beast for you with Escape Artist and Dashing Deadeye. Now moving on to the next card on this list, we have 90 overall Ronald Jones, and he's currently sitting at a price of 30,000 coins. As you guys can probably see already, there is one key reason why I like this card, and it's that 94 speed, 94 acceleration, and 94 agility. If you're on a budget team, it's likely you're going against players that don't have the best cards in the game, meaning speed is absolutely key. So having 94 speed with 94 acceleration and 94 agility is incredible at a running back when you have a budget team. He's going to be flying by people. He's also going to give you a pretty solid juke move and elusiveness. The juke is 92 and the elusiveness is 82 to go along with solid stiff arm and spin and ball carrier vision. But Ronald Jones is an absolute beast at running back. For only 30,000 coins, you're going to get a really good deal, and you're going to get some crazy speed out of him. He's going to be able to blow by a ton of people. So Ronald Jones would have to be my budget running back for this video. Now the next player on this list is going to be 91 overall Brashad Perryman, and you guys probably guessed it, he also has crazy speed. For these two positions, or basically running back and wide receiver, I found you some good players with high speed that also have pretty solid stats across the board. And again, like I said before, speed is absolutely key on a budget team. So having Brashad Perryman at a 91 overall with 24,000 coins only being the cost, and giving you 95 speed, that's a pretty good deal if you guys ask me. He's also going to have over 80 in all the route running stats, as well as solid catch in traffic, and he actually has a really good spec catch and a really good jumping as well. So this card's pretty good. He's going to give you 95 speed, which again is just absolutely huge. 93 acceleration is also great. He also has good catching, so this card can be an absolute beast for you guys. The speed is again what absolutely kills, and he's only sitting at 24,000 coins, so I think this is probably one of my favorite cards, and actually my favorite card on the offensive side of the ball is this Brashad Perryman. But we'll move on to another receiver here because I have two receivers to show you guys in this video. Okay, so the next card is only sitting at 16,000 coins, and it is this 89 overall Series Redux DK Metcalf. He's going to be sitting at 93 speed, which is super fast. Again, he's a little bit slower than the Brashad Perryman, but 93 speed is still incredible, especially when you're on a budget. He's only sitting at 18,000 coins, so he's going to be a little bit cheaper. He's going to give you great catch in traffic, a bit better than Brashad. His catching's a little worse than Brashad, and the spec catch is a little worse, but the jumping is definitely up. And I believe the route running stats are just a tiny bit worse. He has a lot lot worse of a deep route run, but I feel like deep route running is kind of a fake stat. I feel like the only really important ones are medium and short. Unfortunately, he's going to sacrifice in those two areas, but the speed is again what is going to kill, as someone actually bought up a couple of these cards, so it looks like his price is now sitting at around 20,000 coins, or actually there's still one up for 16.7. I'm not sure why someone would buy this, but 91 excel, absolutely great. 79 agility is a little bit annoying. I definitely prefer the Brashad Perryman. He's my favorite card on this list, but DK is a little bit cheaper if you want to get him. Definitely a really good option at only 16,000 coins, giving you 93 speed. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't include my guy Taysom Hill on this list. In fact, we have him at the tight end position for this list, and he's only sitting at a price of 30,000 coins, clocking in at 90 speed. At tight end is absolutely insane. He's the fastest budget tight end by a mile. The catch in traffic and the spec catch are also great for a tight end. His short route running is very serviceable for a tight end. The run block is good for a budget player, and the 75 medium route run is probably the only thing I could knock on this card, but otherwise everything is absolutely dominant. If you're looking for a budget tight end, I think Taysom is the one to go 100%. There's honestly no other options that are even comparable to this card at this price range, so Taysom Hill is an absolute tank. 88 excel is great. The agility is good. The strength is a tiny bit low. The catch is good. The carrying is good. And hey, they even gave him 79 throw power in case you want to do some trick plays, even though I don't even think you can get it to a tight end for a trick play. But yeah, 91 Taysom Hill, looking like a beast in the card art, and he is a beast on the field as well. So Taysom Hill is clocking in as the last player on this list in the offensive side of the ball. We'll move on to defense, but I'll just quickly recap offense. We had Andrew Luck, who's going to get Escape Artist and Dashing Deadeye. Ronald Jones, who's got 94 speed, agility, and acceleration, which is incredible. Brashad Perryman is probably my favorite player on the offensive side of the ball, and Taysom Hill as well as another tank, and then we also had DK Metcalf. So honestly, all those players are great. If you have a budget team and you add all those cards, you're definitely doing something right, and you'll definitely be starting off really strong. So let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to start it off by going over the secondary, and then we'll move into the linebackers. Alright, so starting it off, we have Tom Savage. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. We have Darnell Savage's 91 overall card. To start it off at the free safety spot, this guy has exactly what you want in a safety. What I look for usually is speed, hit power, zone coverage, and play rec. And if you look at this card, he's got 93 speed, 93 hit power, 85 zone, and 86 play rec, which is just incredible. And the rest of his stats are also good as well. Man coverage is good, tackle's good, pursuit's good, and excel is good. This is the best budget free safety by an absolute mile. If you have a team that's less than like a 92 overall, you need this card on your team to go along with some of the other players I mentioned, but this 91 overall Darnell Savage is just way better than the competition at free safety, and he's going to be only 31,000 coins, which isn't even that pricey. You could play a couple of solos and get this player on your team, and look at those stats. They're absolutely incredible. The speed, the hit, and the zone is perfect, plus he's got great excel and play rec. Like, this card is definitely a beast, and as you guys can see, someone bought him for 40k, not sure why, but he's only going for 30,000 coins, so a really good option right there. Now let's move on to the strong safety spot. Now with the strong safety spot, we have 92 overall Troy Polamalu. The reason I put Troy in here, although he is a little bit expensive, I just feel like his stats are a lot better than any of the other options at strong safety. He is going to be a bit pricey, but if you buy him on a Saturday, his price will definitely go down a lot. Now if we look at the big three stats, which are just like what we looked like it for the Darnell Savage, speed, zone, and hit power, they are all really good. Plus he's got great play rec, great acceleration as well, which is going to make this card an absolute beast. If you pair him with Darnell Savage, you spend about 60,000 coins. Let's say you get them both at around 30k, which is definitely doable if you buy Troy on a Saturday. Then you get a super good back end for only 60k, which is an absolutely incredible deal. So Troy P, Darnell Savage, two beasts at the safety position, and I would definitely recommend you guys take a look at picking them both up. Now next up at the cornerback position, I'm going to be giving you guys two options. One is a little bit more expensive, which is this James Bradbury, and the one after this is going to be a little bit cheaper. Now this James Bradbury has everything I look for in a corner. I usually want high speed and high zone on a corner, and he's going to have 92 speed, 93 excel, which is perfect. He's going to be faster than probably a lot of the other competition you will go against, especially if you have a budgety team. 89 press is also very serviceable. The play rec at 88 is great. 89 zone and 87 man is also really good as well. So this card card is an absolute beast. I was looking at his stats and I was honestly surprised that they were this good. When you compare him to some of the other players that are in his field, which are going to be like, looking at like other 91 to 92 cornerbacks, it's tough to find really good ones that have this good speed and also have the good zone and man. So he's super versatile, super fast as well, going to be able to play in whatever scheme you run. Good agility as well, so this 92 James Bradberry at 35k is definitely a very good deal. I have one other cornerback to show you guys who's going to be similar to this card, but just a little cheaper and a little bit worse in kind of a lot of the stats, but he's going to be another similar versatile corner that I'll show you guys right here. Yeah, so that player is going to be 90 overall Kenny Moore, only sitting at 17k, so he's about 20,000 coins cheaper, and very similar stats to the Bradberry, just a little bit worse in a lot of different areas. The speed, as you can tell, is a little bit worse. The excel is a little bit worse. The play rec's a tiny bit worse, and the zone, I believe, is actually the same, so that's pretty good. But just looking at the stats, he's just going to be a little bit slower, which is going to be why his price is a little cheaper, but super balanced corner, again, can play in man or zone. The press is also down a tiny bit, so you might not want to press him, but he's got really good stats. The jump is great as well. I really like that 90 play rec for only a 90 overall corner. I believe you're getting a ton of great value if you buy this Kenny Moore and the James Bradberry and the Darnell Savage. Honestly, those players are all super good value. I like the Troy P as well, but yeah, honestly, really liking some of these players that I've showed you guys, and I feel like I'm getting you guys a lot of value in this video, so that's what we got at the corner position. We have 90 Kenny Moore and 92 James Bradberry. Now moving on to the middle linebacker slot, we have Jalen Smith, and we actually have his 91 overall card here for this, so we'll see how much he's going for. Right now it's saying he's going for a lot of coins, so we're going to just filter this down to middle linebacker, and we will see exactly how much it is going for, as it looks like right now there's actually a snipe on this card for 20k, so I'm just going to cop that right there. Always making coins, even if we are doing a video. I'll repost him right after this, but we'll take a look at his stats, which is a good opportunity to do so. As you can see, he's sitting at 87 speed, 92 hit power, and 84 zone. When it comes to a user middle linebacker, which is what I'm mainly showing you guys with this card, although he can play as not a user, you want good speed and good excel. So he's got good speed and excel. Usually a player that's a user doesn't have good zone, but he even has 84 zone, 92 hit power as well. Like, this card is literally perfect for a middle linebacker. Again, he's probably only selling for 30k, even though we get a little bit of a snipe here in the video. We'll probably make like 15,000 coins off of that. Always making coins, what can I say? But he's also got good play rec and good tackle as well, so definitely a dog. The block shed's a little low, which is annoying, so in run defense he could be a bit of a liability, but with that good speed, I'm expecting you to be able to get around blockers, and usually if you get caught up on a block from an O-lineman as a linebacker, it's tough to shed it anyways, so he's going to be able to get around those blocks. And 91 overall Jalen Smith is who I've got at linebacker, or mid linebacker. I'm going to show you guys a coverage linebacker and a pass rushing linebacker, right outside linebacker and left outside linebacker, so I'll have a couple of options left in the video for you guys. So at right outside linebacker for coverage, we have 91 overall Jamal Adams. Looking at the stats, the speed is a little bit underwhelming. I wish they gave him a little bit better speed, but when we have a coverage linebacker, what we're mainly looking for is someone with solid block shedding and someone who also has pretty solid zone coverage and hit power. So we'll take a look at those stats really quickly. We're going to have to go to the back of the card to see those, but as we scroll down right here, you guys will see his zone is 80, so that is good for a coverage linebacker. 82 play rec is also really good. He's going to have some solid catching as well, so this card's really good, really versatile. If you play him at outside linebacker, I really like this card, and you can play him as a coverage linebacker, or he can even rush the passer. He has solid pass rushing moves, but we actually have a better pass rusher if you guys are looking for just a pass rushing right outside linebacker. So next up, at the pass rushing position for the right outside linebacker spot, we have 90 overall Lawrence Taylor. Now this card is actually a pretty solid investment. I would honestly recommend maybe a couple of you guys buying this just to invest in him, because he's definitely going to be getting a new card soon. But looking at the back of the card, it's pretty juiced. He's going to have 84 speed and almost 90 in both of the pass rushing stats. Pretty solid block shed as well, and acceleration, so he's going to be able to get off the ball and turn the corner pretty quickly against probably some subpar offensive line play. Definitely a beast of a card. At only 25k, you're getting really good value with this Lawrence Taylor card. So that's why I've got a right outside linebacker. I gave you guys more of like a 3-4 and more of a 4-3 linebacker, one for coverage, and then again one for pass rush. So let's move on to the left outside linebacker spots. Starting it off, we have Jamie Collins. Now Jamie Collins is going to be more of the coverage type of player, so we'll take a look at his stats right here. His speed's going to be good, and he's also going to have pretty good zone coverage, so we'll take a look at his card. We have his 91 on the list at about 30,000 coins. He's going to give you 84 speed. The block shed and the power move, again, aren't good at all, but you don't need that if you're just going to have someone in coverage. 87 excel and 92 play rec is good, and then when we go down to the zone coverage, you guys will see this is exactly why people want to get the card. It's for this really high zone, which is going to be sitting at an 80. It's go along with the 92 play rec. He's gonna be able to play in space really well, and maybe cover on like some vert hooks or some cloud flat zones, or sorry, not some cloud flat zones, what am I saying, some vert hook zones. He'll be able to play pretty well in those. So Jamie Collins is who we've got here penciled in, and then the final player that I've got on this list is going to be Von Miller's card, and you guys can probably already tell he's going to be the pass rusher and actually the final budget beast that I am going to be showing you guys. So Von Miller's card right here, we're going to take a look at his 92, I believe it is. We'll just scroll down until we get to it. It's a 91, sorry. He's going for 30,000 coins, and very similar stats to the LT, pretty high speed, and then basically 90 in the power move, solid block shedding, and good finesse move as well to go along with good play rec. So yeah, Von Miller, definitely a good budgety option. Out of the defensive list, my favorite cards are probably the Jalen Smith, an absolute beast, Darnell Savage, 100%, and James Bradbury. Those are definitely my top 3 cards. If you guys are looking for players at mid linebacker, corner, or free safety, take a look at those 3 options if you're building a budget team. Now yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you made it all the way to the end of the video. This one did take a decent amount of research, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you are new to the channel and you haven't yet, would be greatly appreciated. We're grinding out for 50k, and I'm just enjoying every day of it. And yeah, that's gonna do it, and until next time fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day.
So good, family.